All right, we are live. Man, is my camera like super out of focus? It is super out of focus. That's awesome. Hopefully it'll get itself together. It's been one of those days. Let's see. You can get let's see if that helps at all. All right, maybe. I don't know. Who cares? Whatever. Hope you guys are having a great what day is it? I don't even know what day it is, man, anymore. God, they run together, man. For those of you that looks like some of you guys are just joining the live for the first time, that is fantastic. I'm so glad to see you guys. For those I see, Doc 72 is in number one place right now. Let's go, man. And I see some familiar faces. I see my guy Steven Johnson syndrome, hard R gainer. So let's see here, man. Um, let's see. So yeah, this is going to be a quick QA, like I said, and so I'm going to try to touch on as many as I can. Um, just before I do that, guys, a lot of you guys are interested in the lives and want to ask me questions. I do coaching. Okay, for those I get asked that all the time. How do you do coaching, Kink? Through my patreon.com/docking as below. And of course, all this information that is up here is in my course, and the link is in the description for that. So if you want that real science-based guide based on like real legitimate science, or at least the best that I can find, then consider that as well, the enlargement course. And if you don't believe that my course works, just check out the Hink trial results. So that being said, let's get into this. I'm just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom and just start there, okay? Um, so Ryan Express says, I'm about to do a trial for discoloration. Not sure how long it will take, but I'll keep you updated. Um, yeah, dude, yeah, definitely keep us posted, man. I'm interested to know what technique that you're going to use. Michelangelo says, just dropping in to smash that like button for you, Hink. Catch the replay later. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. From a window says, explain Vigor, please. So I have at least two videos on my channel breaking down Vigor and the ingredients on it. And so I'm not going to take the time to like go through every single ingredient. Largely, it's a citrulline based product. And what it does is it improves vasodilation. Yeah, so it leads to better recovery, better erectile function, better workouts as well. And so, Floppy Doodle says, Doc, can you make some videos showing us how to read research papers? Um, I would love to do that, man, because I think it's vitally important to know like how to actually dissect a paper. The problem is like the percentage of guys that would actually read that on my channel would be like extremely, extremely small. And and I just don't think that that is the best use of my time and the use of my channel. I am certain that if you type in like on YouTube, even just like how to read research papers, that you would actually be able to see. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that do that. And so we got a super cheat. Nothing. What's up, man? So we got a super chat coming on from my guy Sham God once again. Real question. Do you think the guy in the UK who claims to have the world's biggest PP at nearly 15 inches, do you think it's possible? I absolutely think that's bull. And I'm working on a video. My guy unknown asks me every day when I'm going to release the video because there's actually like a picture with him. Of course, there's no real measurements, but there is an old picture that he's trying to scrub from the internet of him next to a Pringles can. And but he here's him and here's the Pringles can, and he moves the Pringles can like down here to make it seem like he's bigger than a Pringles can. Anyways, and so he's not anywhere near 15 by 8, guys. He's unequivocally very well endowed, okay? But no, he's not 15 by 8. And that Matt Barr dude is a lying, I mean, in my opinion, is just a lying LARPer that has just built a living uh basically scamming people into thinking. And I like Rena Malik for the most part, I really do. But like she had dude on a channel and had the nerve to say that he was verified by medical professionals, which he has never been, to my knowledge. The only verification that he had was when he like submitted his D into like a museum, and somebody allegedly like verified that. But that, I mean, anyways, that's another story for another day. So Sham God, thank you for the super chat, my friend. And guys, once again, I'm not trying to like scam you out of money or stuff. Speaking of Red Maroon saying too many scammers and frauds, like if you want a guaranteed way your question is going to get answered, like obviously the super chats, like I get to them first. I address it because people are paying money. I'm going to try to get to as many of these as possible. I promise. But like if I don't want to hear he's ignoring my question. Like I don't want to hear that in the comments. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. But anyways. So my gosh, Sham God, hey, Hank, doesn't matter what angle you're extending at. I should have known that you were gonna put in a by the way, Braun's the GOAT. Sorry, but you know I had to say it. He's not though, man. Like he's not even top two. I mean, he's not even in my he might be in my top five. I don't know that he is actually. I mean, I'm just being honest. But and so who is your top 5? Hank, you better get back to talking about peepees. Jordan 1, Kobe 2, maybe Curry 3, Shaq, and Kareem. That's probably my top 5 just off the dome, okay? LeBron is not in there. Sorry, at me in the comments about LeBron. Um, but he says, "Doesn't matter what angle you're extending it." Not really, I don't think. It depends. If you wanna preserve your erection angle, then you want to, probably extend in, at the very least, a horizontal or maybe even an upward position. If you're trying to kind of decrease that angle so it hangs lower and gives the illusion of increased length, then you wanna hang at a downward position. But no, I think any kind of tension or traction on the D is going to work similarly. The only thing that matters is if you're trying to preserve a curve or trying to correct a curve or trying to preserve your erectile function. Hopefully that helps, man. Let's see. Uh, Extender angles. So my guy Javon, bro, it's been a while since I've seen you. It's my Hinkiversary as a subscriber. I appreciate you, bro. I have to remessage you on Telly about the business proposal. It's been a long month. Like and subscribe, by the way. Appreciate you taking the time to do that, man. Definitely. I'll be honest with you, man. I've had about which, I mean, is like it's so crazy to me that number 1, here it is on a random Monday night, I think it's Monday, and there's like 66 people right now listening to what I have to say. But the fact that people like reach out and they're like, "Hink, we wanna partner with you," like, "Hink, we wanna do this," like, "I think we have this that can be mutually beneficial," or like, "Hey, we wanna send you these products." It's just wild to me, man. It's so wild to me. And it trips me out when I have like people on Patreon that are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking to you on the phone." And I'm like, "Bro, it's just me." Like, I promise there is nothing fancy here. It is so wild. It is so wild to me that people will like, "Oh my god, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe this is happening." Oh my gosh, man. Anyways. So yeah, please remind me because these past 3 months guys have not been ideal. They have not been ideal, man. I have so much and so incredibly much to be grateful for, and I am, mostly in the sense that, like, my family and myself, like, we're healthy, we're employed, like, we're not I don't know, I don't have to sell feet pictures, to pay the bills, like, I mean, but this has been one of the more trying times in my life, really since July, man. Geez, it's just been kinda brutal, so hopefully it can come across it. But yeah, bro. So, but that being said, there's been several guys that have been like, "Hey, I appreciate your interest. Like, send me another email in a month and let's touch base." I'm just not in a good mind place to do that. But hopefully, we'll be moving on. So Shem God says, "Come on, Hink, he's top two. He's not. I would put Kobe over LeBron 10 times out of 10 on every single list. I would put Kobe over LeBron. Now I'm not talking about like longevity. I'm not talking about like career all-time points, who also has the career all-time missed shots and the career all-time most turnovers in the playoffs as well. Um, but no, I'm just like I appreciate LeBron. I really don't think I'm a LeBron hater, but I think that some of you guys just like glaze LeBron for no reason. Dude was on a super team and lost to the freaking Dallas Mavericks, man. Not one, not two. Anyways, um, let's see. That's not good news for compression hanging. I can't see that. So yeah, guys, if you don't mind, hit that like button. And so Law Bro, what's up, man? He says, "Hey guys, we've recently had news that Haley Halil divorced Matt Halil because his Johnson was 2 Coke cans, points for team average." So My goal I recorded that video. I'm trying to get it out tomorrow, guys. My goal is to have that video live tomorrow by about 2 p.m. because there's so much to unpack with that. Thank you for the super chat, Law Bro, first and foremost. Um, but yeah, I mean, 2 Coke can in fairness, she says 2 Coke cans, then she says, "Maybe 3." And so, I mean, like, do I even need to do I even need to address that? And I think so nothing said, he sent me an email on that. I had, like, 5 different guys send me that Matt Halil article. The only one that I've had more people send me that article was, I think, with, Conor McGregor when he was caught with, like, PE equipment. So, Floppy Doodle says, "My first live I was able to attend in a new sub, but I gotta go put my kids to bed soon. Thanks for all you do, Hink." Man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for taking the time to say that, um, and be here and show some love, man. I really appreciate that. Brandon says, "What's coming up next for Leviathan?" TBD. TBD. Just leave it at that. To be fucking D, man. We'll see. So, but I promise, as soon as I know something for sure, you guys will be in the know as soon as I'm in a position where I can share what's going on and where we are. And so, 50 to 1 says, "Hi, Hink. I know that supplementing collagen isn't ideal for gains. However, what's on you using in your opinion, to lock in the gains you made after you're finished on the journey?" That is, that is a, that is an interesting question, actually. I haven't really considered that. I don't know is the final answer. And, the other thing about collagen, guys, is, like, and I tried to emphasize this enough, but, like, even my Anavar video, okay? Like, guys, I have to make, like, a catchy video title so people actually wanna click the video. But, like, I can't tell you how many people, like, read the title or didn't read the title, and they're just like, "Oh, Anavar increases size. I'm gonna go order some today." And I don't know if people are just effing with me or, people are just, like, that dense that they don't even take the time to read the video. They just read the title, assume what they want, and go from there. Um, but so the point is, when I did my collagen video, I said theoretically it could increase your collagen and it could decrease your gains long term, and it could, potentially limit your potential. And so, but that was on one paper on lab research, and so I don't know exactly, like, what the actual real life implications of that one specific paper that I talked about was, and I tried to say, "Guys, this is one paper and this is how I'm interpreting it." And so, once again, it's like, it's an unbelievable honor that, like, people look to me to to kinda interpret these things and I mean, like, I still can't believe that. It blows my mind, and it truly I'm honored by that. But so that being said, I don't necessarily know that it's bad to supplement collagen, when you're doing PE. I think it's gonna limit your gains and potentially lead to a plateau faster. I don't know that it will necessarily, like, slow your growth, for lack of a better word. Using it to lock in, that's interesting. I don't know, is the shortest answer. I don't know. Um, because if you've truly finished your journey, um then, I mean, it kinda makes sense that you like thicken up the tunica, but I don't know if that would lead to any kind of potential retraction either, though. And what if you decide, "Actually, I wanna get bigger after all?" So, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Um, my guy with the OnlyFans, he says, "Mom, chicken pot pie." That's funny. My brother was eating a chicken pot pie last week, and I was like, "Bro, who eats chicken pot pies in 2025? Like, what are we doing here?" Uh, but anyways, so, he says, "When you update Vigor, please add a longer handle on the scoop." Um, and so, yeah, thank you for that feedback, man. That's very helpful. I've noticed that too. Sometimes it's annoying. Like, it's all the way at the bottom, and I freaking get almost like cuts on my finger here from trying to, like, scrape it in there. So, no, I definitely feel you on that. One, like, kind of hack, which you probably figured out, is if you just take the bottle and kind of turn it on the side, you can kind of scoop around the edge that way rather than having it all accumulated at the bottom. And so, so if 6 hours is a hard stop, when is it okay to start again? So what he's talking about there is when it comes to when it comes to, like, what I was saying about when the mechanoreceptors that stimulate collagen production restart, it's at 6 hours, okay? But really, up until about 2 hours, you're good. Anytime after 2 hours, you start to slowly have the resetting of more and more and more receptors. And so, um, I think that it's like once in a 24-hour period is ideal if you're going to stimulate those receptors, okay? Now, because if you're doing it like twice in a 24-hour period, you're gonna over the course of a year, you're gonna have twice as much collagen production. Makes sense, right? And so, um, yeah, but it's really just up to you, like whatever you want to do. I mean, like if a twice a day routine works better into your like your workflow and your lifestyle, like there's evidence that it works and do that. So, I mean, I wouldn't want somebody to like, what's gonna make PE successful for you is if you're consistent, if you're seeing results, and if you're doing something that you actually kind of like, for lack of a better word, enjoy doing. And so, um, it doesn't make sense to do something that theoretically has some evidence to suggest that it might be, like, better, long term when it kinda screws up your workflow. So, my guy Bob Saget, man, RIP Bob Saget. Um, there was, here it is. Wait, no, Bob Saget. So thank you, bro. He says, "Help me grow my glands. You're the best." Hinkle dinkle. Appreciate that, man. Uh, there's a couple of things that I know of. I don't have my here it is. So, uh, well, actually, this might work better for this. So, this is the top is the glands right there. Okay, so there's a couple things you could do. Number one, you could do a form of basically hard clamping where you just clamp right around the top, just below your glands. You never want to actually have any pressure directly on the glands because it's a very sensitive structure. You can do hard clamping that way. I have seen some questionable evidence that using a vacuum cap on the end, just that chronic negative pressure focused mostly on the glands can actually increase gland size as well. I've heard guys that have had that happen as well. You could soft clamp in a similar fashion, like that, where you're basically just limiting the blood flow to the distal portion. The other thing is that your corpus spongiosum, the underside, okay, and that goes into the actual head. Um, that has basically, depending on what study you read, either little or no tunica whatsoever, and so typically that's more prone to growth, and so a lot of guys will actually get most of their girth gains from actually the corpus spongiosum on the underside actually getting thicker that way, and then also get some additional length because the glands actually will increase in size, and so you go from having a glands that's this tall to a glands that's that tall. So hopefully that helps, man. Um, thank you for the super chat, my friend. And so, let's see. Uh, so yeah, man, appreciate that. My guy Bryson. He says, "How is the 6'5" Hung Doctor needs your money? GoFundMe." No, the 6'5" Hung Doctor needs your money for a new titanium Cartier Santos. That is the actual fun. I'll put a link in the description, guys. Oh man, yeah, it's going great, man. And we've already reached the goal of I think it's $11,000 watch. We've already reached the goal of 11,000, but we're gonna keep it going to see if I can buy two of them. I'm absolutely joking, guys. Funny enough, though, my jeweler, I mean, I don't that sounds pretentious as F, but, like, one of my good friends, is the manager for a major jewelry stop here that is actually, like, a Rolex authorized dealer that also sells Cartier, and they literally text me, and I would show you guys the picture, but, YouTube is weird about stuff sometimes, but, they literally text me Friday and said, "We have the titanium Santos in. It is, the invoice is in your name. Let me know if you want it. Otherwise, I have like 4 clients that also want it." And I had to be responsible because I'm in no way in a position where I can afford an $11,000 watch right now. And so, that's why I need that GoFundMe, guys. Leave some more super chats. Buy my damn course. But Anyways, I mean, it wasn't even like it didn't even pain me to do it right now. Um, so anyways, I'm wasting time talking, and I only have 10 minutes left. And Caleb says, I feel like this is going to be a long live. I can feel it. And like, nah, bro, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I did get two new puppies actually, and so um, I thought about getting them down on the live today, but maybe on the next live stream I'll try to get them. They're little beagle puppies. They are impossibly cute. Um, so next live stream I'll try to get them in there. It just didn't work today. But I appreciate you, Bryson. um, so Zuzak says, "Hey Hink, do you know of any research on tongue stretching for lengthening? Tongue stretching for lengthening?" No, no, I don't, man. And I'm not sure I exactly understand the question. Is this tongue stretching? Like, is that something people do? Like, they will put like their tongue in an extender or something and stretch it. Um, uh, or yeah, and you're trying to say, like, is there any evidence of extrapolation of the data from that? I don't know, but no, there's not a correlate that I know of offhand, man. So, but maybe I'll have to look into that. But I very much appreciate you with the super chat. Caleb says 85 people hit the like button or your D will shrink. So we got a pretty good like ratio right now, guys. So I appreciate that, man. Uh woo. So, Walid says, Hink, I want to start PE. Can you please tell me how to do manuals and how long and how it should be daily? I tried to find a video where you explain how to do it, but I couldn't find one. Yeah, that's because I took it down from being public. Because um, I don't want to go into too much. I didn't think it emphasized safety enough, and I think it gave people a lot of I think a lot of people were just like, "Oh, here's the video, like, here's a guy that I trust saying this, like, I'm just gonna go right into it," and they don't do their research enough. And, like, there's gonna be inevitably some people, no matter how safe whatever you're doing is, they're gonna injure themselves. And so, there were some people that kind of injured themselves and, some kinda stuff that happened, and I was like, "You know what? I'm just taking this down." I probably am going to record another one at some point, but, I don't mind any of these videos where I'm like, "Hey, guys," like, even when I talk about pumping, I can point to a research paper and say, "Here is a research paper that talks about the pumping pressure." Whether it's in rats or whether it's in humans, I can at least point to data and say, "This is why I feel that this is the case. Make your own decisions." When it comes to manual stretching, there is no published literature that I can come to outside of, like, maybe how much force to pull with. And so I just don't like that, I just don't like that, that it's not a scientific approach. It's not even, like, necessarily a proven, like, there's not a paper saying that, like, manual stretches work. And so then to put out, like, a tutorial, like a how-to guide, like, I don't like that. And so but, like, on my course, obviously, now I'm not trying to get you to buy my course, but I'm just saying, like, I do have it still in there, but under that, like, I basically force you to go through, like, read the different, like, okay, this is how to prevent injury, like, this is what you need to do. And it's like, you have to assess those things before you get to that point. And when it's just in the, like, YouTube space, it's just like, somebody came across PE that day. They're just like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna start doing this right now," which is what I would have done. Um, Now I feel torn because, like, I would rather somebody watch a video of mine, like, talking about how to do manual stretches in one of the safer ways possible versus, like, what's that guy's name? Um, I forgot that one of those PE guys, man. But anyways, he had like a manual stretches guide where he would teach you how to like do helicopters and all this wild shit. And I'm like, man, I would rather people find my video than that. But I just don't know that I'm at a place where I want to do that right now. I want to be more research based, if that makes sense. And so, sorry, I'm really not trying to gatekeep. I'm not trying to put it behind a paywall. It's just one of those things where I don't necessarily feel comfortable like demonstrating that and just putting it out for anybody who clicks the video to see. Um, So Curious Porridge, thank you for the super chat, bro. Let's see. Um, Hunctatious. I insist you say this out loud. Hunctatious? I guess that Hunctatious. Yeah, I think that's correct. But that's, yeah, that's awesome, man. Oh, and by the way, for my manual stretches guy, there's a bunch of other people that have, like, manual stretches demonstrations. You could probably even go on, different websites and probably find people actually demonstrating manual stretches, like, with their actual cells, if you know what I mean, and so, um, yeah. So Curious Porge. So thank you for the super chat, man, Curious Porge. That was extremely nice, man. I really appreciate that. Uh let's see. Sorry, guys. So Capo says, man, we got 5 minutes left. Says, hey, Hank, I likely injured myself 2 years ago along with jelqing and clamping. Your message of minimizing risk should be taken serious as ED is real, man. First of all, dude, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And that's one of my focuses with this channel is to try to put out and promote like the safest way possible. So nothing is without injury, and you can do things the safest way possible and never get injured. I mean, or you could do one thing wrong one time and you can be have permanent issues with it. But like once again, jelking and clamping, two things that I'm very adamant. Well, one thing I'm very adamantly against. I just made a video, don't jelk, and then clamping, I'm pretty strongly against because once again, I think the injury rate is high. But inevitably, um, there's gonna be somebody probably in the chat, in the comments on this video that is gonna be like, "Oh, I joked and clamped, and I gained a bunch, and I never got hurt, but derp, but derp." Don't do the voice. Um, and there's always that person, and there's good I mean, like, I know people that have smoked their entire lives, 2 packs per day, and never have gotten a cancer. Um, and I know what people that have never smoked and developed, like, lung cancer, and so it's kind of something similar, man. But thank you for sharing your story, and that's why I do try to put an emphasis on safety, because you only get 1D, man, and like I try to say so many times, like, what is the point of having a bigger D if it doesn't work? Like, I have guys that are come to me for coaching for hard flaccid or erectile dysfunction, and they're like, "Okay, so when can I start PE?" And I'm like, "Bro, like, your D doesn't even fully work correctly first. Like, let's get this knocked out and nailed down first, and then we can talk about, like, actually trying to enlarge it, man." So, thank you for sharing your story, man. I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope that, you do recover, quickly, man. Um So, Bryson says, I forgot the name of the supplement that breaks down your collagen. But what happens if you're taking oral collagen for skin and joints at the same time in that supplement? Do they just completely cross each other out? Um, I don't know of a supplement that actually breaks down collagen. There's like matrix metalloproteinase, which is on like more of a molecular level. Um, Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm having a brain freeze, man. Thank you for the extremely generous super chat though, bro, man. Damn, thank you. Um, but I mean, I think it would depend on like what the dosage of each was. Because if you took like a little bit of the like anti-collagen and then a whole bunch of collagen, like I don't think that's gonna really move the needle that much. Um, and guy like I also get asked a lot about like, "Hink, I take GHKCU for my hair and my nails and my skin. Like, should I stop this and do PE?" And I'm like, "Not necessarily, bro. If you're using it and you like the way that it's, like, working for you and that you're getting the results you want and you're still growing, then, like, I don't think you necessarily need to, you need to do anything differently." So, anywho, man, curious, bro Bro, Curious Forge says, "Bro, say Hunctatious, please." I hope I got that for you, Curious Porge. Roger that, brother. So, let's see, man. So yeah, so sorry, Bryson, especially for such a big super chat that I missed your that I hope I didn't give a better answer for that, man. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what that supplement is that counteracts collagen and why somebody would take that, necessarily. Um, yeah, sorry, man. So, Caleb says, "Prayers the rest of the week goes better for us all, man." Yeah, yeah, that is absolutely true, but I hope that you guys and this is one of those where I am, being a kind of a hypocrite, but, I do try to, regardless of how shitty something seems that I'm going through right now, try to take, like, a real inventory and just to know that, like, I'm just a it sounds cliche, man, but just count my blessings, like, I have so much to be grateful for, and I feel like we all have so much to be grateful for, but it's easy to see somebody else and be like, "They have that, and they have that, and I don't have that," like, "Woe is me," and so, yeah, just, I mean, and once again, guys, like, when I cosplay in the hospital, um wouldn't that be funny if, like, you guys found out that my real job was, like, I, like, dressed up as Batman and, like, visited children's hospital, so I was, like, literally cosplaying in the hospital, and I just picked up this knowledge by, like, just by, I don't know, being around other doctors or something. I don't know. I think that that would be hilarious, um, but but yeah, I've just seen some really, really awful stuff, man, and, like, when you have to watch a mom, like, read to her six-year-old kid about a book about, like, how to explain hospice, which is she was dying from metastatic colorectal cancer at, like, 42 years old, and, like, reading a book explaining that to her kid. And even just some people that I know recently, like, their spouses have just dropped dead of a heart attack. Even my guy, gosh, I just saw Natty Arturo, like, his fucking sister just died. I mean, like, there's I don't know, man. It's just there's a lot of bad stuff in the world, but there's definitely just try to count your blessings, okay? And guys, my life is so hard. Like, I want a new titanium Santos, and I can't even buy one right now. You know what I mean? And so, like, we all have our struggles. I'm sorry, that was kind of dickheaded, especially in light of my guy Natty Arturo, but I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little bit. But anyways, guys, um, let's see. Woo. Let me make sure. So Bryson sent another one, man. So thank you, Bryson. But he says, "Are you still working on that video that really breaks down all the Leviathan supplements?" I promise you that video will come. I promise you. And right now, it's just not the right term, not the right time. Uh, but it's coming. So uh, oh man, we're at 30 minutes. So, Adrian, appreciate that. Girth gains permanent, maintenance needed somewhat. I mean, I think in general, your girth gains are going to be about 80% retained, as long as we're talking about like the real gains and not like, oh, I just got out of the pump. Let me measure to see how much bigger I am. And so yeah, I do think that that girth gains are permanent. But yeah, I do think some kind of maintenance is often needed if you want to try to maximize all of those results. Now, sometimes that maintenance is just like, I don't know, maybe pumping maybe twice a week, maybe even for like 5 minutes, three times a week should be enough. So yeah, man, thank you, Adrian, and hopefully that answers your question. Your vids. So Joseph, thank you, brother. He says. Your vids gave me motivation to be consistent 2 months in with my routine. Thanks, big pro. Man, thank you for saying that, and I hope that you have been successful and seen some, gains with that. So the True Sora says, "Dad's been a doctor for 25 years. Medicine takes a lot out of you, man." Um, yeah, I mean, it really does. It really does, and it's for those that practice medicine, it's getting harder and harder and harder to do that. It really is. So yeah, man. Um, let's see. Thaddeus says, "Hey, Hink, sir, when pumping, I've seen lymphangiosclerosis go away. Does pumping actually? When pumping, I've seen lymphangiosclerosis go away. Does pumping actually make lymphangiosclerosis worse?" Yeah, it can. Yeah, absolutely, because the negative pressure is expanding those lymphatic channels and it's irritating those channels. And so, yeah, it can. But also, like any kind of manual stretches, vacuum cup, extender, clamping, like any of those things can irritate the lymphatic channels. And um, so yeah, man. Yeah, it can. And so, So, yeah, just be careful with that. Antoine says, "Haven't watched Sync in a while. Hope all is well, 100." I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for taking the time to see to send the kind words. Um, so Mickey says, "Hey, Hink, I recently had a friend who got sent to a mental hospital because he was so burdened with school, being a pharmacist and club president. Please put yourself first sometimes." I appreciate that, man. Thank you for taking the time, and it is, um oh, man, it does get to be it does get to be a lot sometime. Like, once again, I would, uh I mean, I just think that people who self-delete, I think that that is, like, literally the most selfish thing that you could do, and, like, the thought of even just, like, what that would do to my parents if I would do that, like, I could never do that. I could never do that. That being said, there's times even recently that I've been like, "Man, I would give anything for this feeling of horridness and stress to go away," but, I'm also just a giant pussy sometimes. I'm just being honest, guys. I don't handle stress well, so um, so yeah. So Bryson, I think I know what you're saying now. So like some of the supplements that are in Safeguard can actually promote anti-lysyl oxidase, and so there's different versions of it, but I think he's saying that, like, what if you took that and you took the collagen supplement? Like, I think that would definitely be more beneficial than not taking anything, but I can't tell you that it's gonna, like, counter it out, and I don't even know how to quantify how active each is, to try to, like, say, "Oh, what would work better or worse?" So I feel like what you're saying now, but basically what you're saying is, like, if you take Safeguard and then you supplement with collagen, would it help to counterbalance that? And, quite honestly, I think it would. I think it would. That's just, my hypothesis. Keep in mind, I'm a snake oil salesman and I sell these supplements that I designed myself and funded with my own money and promoted myself for 2 years and didn't get paid when I promoted them for 2 years and built this company off my hard work. Um, but hey, what do I know? Um, uh, sorry, man. So let's see. Yeah, Caleb says today didn't go as well as planned for me. Lucky tomorrow is another opportunity, man. Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow's another opportunity, man. Hey, NMC Nutrition Doc is in the house. A great interview the other day. Thank you, bro. I actually need to email you, Intimacy Nutrition Doc. I'll text you. Well, I'm trying to see. Um, Caitlin V has she's doing a men's health seminar. And I think you would be a great speaker for it, bro, if you would be interested in that. So I got to see if she would be interested in having you on there. But I think you would be great to talk about supplements that can help with men's sexual wellness. And so I got to just reach out to her, and then if she's interested, I'll definitely connect you guys. Um, Once again, man, I try to put people on and not. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. I want to crash out. Do it. Do it, Hink. God, I want to crash out so fucking bad, guys. You have no idea. You have no idea. Um, maybe one day. Maybe one day I will. Once I get some clarity in this. But phew, phew, man. Anyways, let me come down. Let me come down. All right, guys. Well, look. Yeah, Doc 72 says, "Let the hate flow." Oh, man, it is, like, it is hate, and so I will say that, like, the king to, like, in my opinion, the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. Like, in order to hate someone, in my opinion, you have to have had love for them, and so that's what makes, like, hate so bitter is that, like, um yeah. So, anyways, man, it's because like you have love for some person, and then yeah, and then it turns to hate, and that's the problem. I would much rather have indifference. I really would. But it is what it is. Sean Dredden said, "You always say no guys over 12 inches. How do you feel about Matt Barr? He's verified over 12 and over 8 inches in girth, and so he's not. We actually talked about this earlier, and so what he his verified." status is that he was allegedly measured at some like museum, okay? And he has like and they might have even just measured like the cast that was made of his D, okay? There's never been a verified photo of him at that size. And so um I think it's and there's actually photo evidence that he has tried to scrub from the evidence from the internet that he is far smaller than that. Now, by far smaller, I mean like 8.5, maybe even 9 inches, like gigantic. He's huge, but he's not 15 inches and he's not 8 inches in girth. And I don't know who started this um that like, "Oh, yeah, he's verified." Like, he's not. He's not. He's not verified. Like, actually go, "Hey, 88 people here and 88 likes." And so check that out, man. But no, he's not, and I don't think he's 8 inches in girth either, and that's certainly not consistent with what the picture was. So yeah, man, I definitely don't think that that is the case, and I'm gonna make a video on him soon. I know I've been saying that. It's just that, like, a lot of my research for these videos, guys, actually happens when I'm at work. And so when I'm on a hospital computer cosplaying, when I'm walking around the hospital as Batman trying to cheer up people, um, like I can't search in like Matt Barr penis, you know what I mean? But I can search up like ideal pumping pressures for penile rehabilitation. And so, anyways, that's what's taking me so long for this video, man. Uh, so Uranium Santos says, Hink, don't start a discourse for the Discord for the people. It's not worth it. So that is my take. Like, I don't even know what Discord is. I don't understand it. I'm just one of those old ass men yelling at the clouds. Like, I don't understand what a Discord is. I don't understand what the benefit would be. I tried to have like Red explain it to me, like, because he's like, "Yo, we should start up a Discord." And I'm like, I don't know what that is and why it would be helpful. Like, I don't understand, and it scares. For those of you that watch, I think you should leave. It's like, I don't know what any of this shit means, and I'm scared, okay? So yeah, I don't know, man. And let's see, Keyskin says, "Discord is for nerds, Hink's too cool for that." I'm absolutely a nerd. I'm not too cool for anything. I don't even know how, like, I just don't even know how it works and why it works and, like, what the benefit would be. Like, I don't even know what the difference between, like, Telegram is versus, like, Discord. I don't understand. I don't care to understand either, which is the bigger problem. Um, Joseph says, "You should develop a ruler with the slider so you can't cheat." There's actually pretty decent PP rulers out there already. And so yeah, you can actually and they actually make measuring very easily. And so, one day that is something that I would like to kind of source and make readily available for you guys. But baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. So anyways, man. Uh Caleb says he gets past your bedtime, you're getting snappy over Discord. I get snappy over it because it literally frustrates me because I don't understand it. Like I can't understand like what it is. Similarly with, like, NFTs, like, I didn't understand why people would pay so much money for something that's so fundamentally stupid to me. "No, Hink, you just don't understand the blockchain because" I was like, Okay, guys, okay." And then I'm just grateful that I didn't understand and I didn't invest any money in NFTs. But anyways, man. So yeah, it's definitely past my bedtime though. So thank you, Joseph, for that suggestion, and I'll work on trying to see about getting those rulers available. But yeah, I'm tired, guys. So um, Fire Future says at Doc King, what's it like having an easy life? That's the last life when I was growing up. Like, yeah, I mean, I would say I've had a very easy life compared to probably the majority of the world, but it wasn't I still wasn't an easy life. Like, I studied my ass off. I stressed myself out. I didn't have any friends in college. The girls were not very kind to me in college. In med school, all I did was study and work out. Hardly even dated actually, in medical school. Same thing traveled like transferred into residency. It wasn't until I got to residency where I actually like met one of the girls on a similar rotation that I ended up marrying. But I still waited until I was after residency, passed my boards, passed my oral boards, before I got married because I wanted to be able to support her. My whole life has been delayed gratification. And one of there's a bodybuilder, his name is Skip Latour, and he has this article. I have it laminated and printed out in my office, and it says like the gist of it is like, would you be willing to live your life for 5 years at a 1 out of 10, so you could live the rest of your life at a 10 out of 10? And that is my life's motto. And like before I started all this PE shit, like I'm not gonna lie, my life was it was nice. Like, I was past my boards, I was making money, like, I didn't really have to study every day because I had already worked so hard to learn it, but it was that delayed gratification that was so nice. And so, I would just offer that to you guys that, man, like, when you really bust your ass and grind and grind and grind and you don't see anything from it, and then you finally get to that point where you get over the hump and you start to reap the rewards, like, it is amazing. It truly is amazing. And so, anyways, I hope that you guys don't take the easy way out and, like, actually bust your ass and work hard for what you want out of life and do it now and then enjoy the rewards of that later. So, anyways, that's my last soapbox. I'm tired, guys. Um, but yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. So, stay tuned. I'm gonna try to have the video about that football player that his wife divorced him because his D was too big. I'm gonna try that have that out tomorrow, Wednesday at the latest. So, so yeah, man. Um, but Fire Future said hard worker, bro. Like, I'm not trying to. I haven't actually done that. Oh, Hink has worked so hard, but like, I really don't think any of you guys have any fucking concept of how hard I work at this craft, at the supplement business, at building up PMP, with my role with the family, and like all that stuff. So, anyways. Yep. All right. Love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Just be the best versions of yourself. All right, guys. Peace and love.